The final point really is, when do you feel, they're asking, do you think this will happen and when do you think it'll happen, that the Earth splits into two
Right.
and it goes two different ways, with 3D people staying on a 3D vibrational Earth and 5D and above people
Right.
moving forwards on a fifth dimensional Earth.
All right. This
This
is
is something Dolores Cannon talked about, isn't it?
right. Cheers. It's also uh, got a lot of time for Dolores Cannon. She was the first person to really talk about off-planet alien entities and to bring it into the work that she was teaching and training. But it also goes back to ancient texts as well, and Dolores was, connecting with that. I'm quite happy with that, but I do have a slight. My view is somewhat different, not dramatically so. The vision that has been put forward is that there's an Earth, and then suddenly, or over a period of time, an energy Earth next to it is created. And one operates at a fifth dimensional frequency, and the other operates at the third 3.5 frequency. And so it's never really explained, and I'm not being facetious, I'm just saying it's never explained. If I have two Earths here, and I'm spiritual or you're spiritual, how do you get across to the other one? Is it one Earth and then it divides like that, and then all the spiritual have gone on that side and all the non-spiritual have gone on that side? The problem with that is that there isn't a chance for these spiritual people, I beg your pardon, for these people to become spiritual, not for another trillion years. So my take on it is somewhat different. I think that the Creator has no intention of people dying just because there's going to be something happening. I take the view that over a period of a lifetimes, people who are spiritual exist on an Earth, that's this Earth, whose frequency, call it the Schumann resonance, goes up and up and up and increases and increases and increases. And spiritual people are able to have children. But those that are not spiritual and have stuck in their own paradigm, their frequency is now so out of keeping with the frequency of the Earth around them that they cannot conceive. They cannot create children because literally they are not, sounds awful, they're not welcome in the Earth. They've not moved with it. They're not recognized as part of the living creation that has moved on. And so naturally those people die out. So nobody's murdered, nobody's executed, they just naturally die out. And the group of people whose frequency or vibration is in keeping with the new vibration of the Earth, they can have children. And so through Charles Darwin's natural selection, and I love it because we can put it on its head, that New World Order lie, through natural selection, what happens is that through the choice of individuals as to whether they embrace the fifth dimension of the reality or not, they will go one way. So yeah, there won't be a fourth dimension because the Earth is being attacked by satanic forces. Humanity is being attacked by satanic forces, and the satanic forces exist in the fourth dimension, and they come through from the fourth to attack us here. So if we can defeat all that, why do we need to move to the fourth dimension and have a load of trials and tribulations there just to prove ourselves to move to the fifth? No. If we overcome the evil now, we not only overcome the third, but the fourth dimension as well. So we should transition fairly quickly to the fifth dimension. I hope that answer helps. Thank you. When we create our own reality, it's a fantastic word. But what does it mean? It means that ultimately we decide that we live in an environment that is beneficial to us. We refuse to be impacted by satanic evil or just negative forces. Here's a good one. It's a really simple one. I've used the weather, but let me use it again and a really simple one here. You are going on vacation and you're going on Friday and you look on your phone and it says Friday will be thunderstorms and rain. And you thought you were going to go and have a swim in the sea. You know what 99% of people do? They say, oh, it's going to rain. Oh, no, terrible. You would say that it's going to be a really horrible rainy day and therefore it's of no fun and I'm miserable. But what you can say is, I'm going to change that. It's not going to be a rainy day. It's actually going to be a hot, sunny day. And you create that reality. Or you say, Monday mornings are terrible in the office. There's that Fred. He's always miserable. He's nasty, miserable, and doesn't like me. I don't like it. But what you say is, I'm going to get in on the morning and Fred's going to make me a cup of coffee. Or Fred's not going to be there. And we use the energy capability that God gave us to actually impact on the physical world around us. So we can change to a lesser or greater extent. The people who've been delving in magic for God knows how long, they've been doing it to try to win the lotteries for however long. But when you're spiritual, it's not about using those skills or gifts to gain money. It's about improving your interaction with the creativity of the world around us. And it's to actually ultimately to say that my physical body will keep well. I'm not going to get a disease. I'm not going to go out and do this. I'm not going to have this. I won't be killed when I go out in the motor car today. No, it amazes me, the fear around COVID. People will write to me, not within CC, and they'll say, keep well. Or you go visit a friend and you drive back home and they say, drive safe. And your reaction is, well, why wouldn't I? That's a position where a person's creating their own fear because they're saying keep well. The implication is they're fearful that, oh, we're not going to be well, or have a safe journey back. Well, why wouldn't I? This creation of fear is all about negativity. And we shouldn't have that. Well, of course we'll have a good journey. Why wouldn't we have a good journey? And if we believe that, we project it. And if we project it, we will have effect around us. All these hidden masters, whether they're Freemasons or whether they're Rosicrucians or whoever they are, they have access to the hidden knowledge and they absolutely know this to be true. And they, of course, teach it for guys that go into business to be more effectual in business and to be more successful in business. And it's one of the hidden knowledges. And we use it to better our lives in terms of our health and the way we are. It's absolutely right. You can alter your reality, but you have to believe in it 100%. People sort of gave up saying 100%, 110%, 120%, because saying I believe in something 100% has lost its effect now. 100 million%. Look, 100% is 100%. And if you believe in something 100%, there is not 1 ounce of doubt. And if you have an ounce of doubt, you cannot create your own reality. You have to be so confident in your belief that you can do it. And that's why people go years and years to train to be like that. And I can assure you that it works and you can have a more fulfilling life if you just go through more positive. That's the start of it all. Don't be negative. Don't buy in to all of the nonsense that mainstream media pile on top of us every day. Be more loving, more positive, more caring, and believe in yourself. And don't let other people drag you down. And you'll actually have a more fulfilling life. Thank you.